In this video, I will show you how to trade Pokemon in the Generation 1 and 2 Pokemon games. Before we start, it's important to know that trading Pokemon between Gen 1 games and Gen 2 games is not possible when using the Visual Boy Advance emulator. So instead, we will be using an emulator that can. It's also worth mentioning that trading between a Japanese and a non-Japanese game will corrupt both of the save files. First, go to the link in the description below and download the TGB Dual emulator. Once it finishes downloading, extract the zip file wherever you want. I'm going to just extract it here. Now, you have to locate your save files. Typically, your save file can be found wherever you store your ROM files. So for me, I have a folder here. I'm going to open it. And so now what we need to do is we need to copy these save files into this save folder. So select the two games that you want to trade in, and you can select two files at a time by holding the control button on your keyboard and selecting another file. Now, holding the control button again, I'm going to copy these into the save folder. You have to show file extensions. So by clicking this little arrow at the top, then we're going to go to view, and we're going to check file name extensions. Select one of these two games, it doesn't matter, and you're going to rename. Instead of .save, we're going to name it to .sa2. Hit enter, and it says this file might become unstable. That's okay, we're going to change it anyways. So hit yes. Once you finish that, you can open up the TGB Dual emulator, go to options and keys, and here is where you can configure your controls. So GBA 1 is for player 1 and GBA 2 is for player 2. And once you're done configuring all your controls, you can hit OK in the bottom right. So whatever game you chose to be SA2 has to be GBA 2. So since my red save is .save, I'm going to open my red save first as GBA 1. I'm going to go back to file, select GBA 2 load, and I'm going to open my blue because it's SA.2. Going to a Pokemon Center, going to talk to the lady in the very far right, and say yes to saving your game beforehand, and make sure you select the Trade Center. And now you have to make both players face each other and press the A button. And here you can just trade like normal. Once you're done trading, select cancel at the very bottom. Then press start and select reset. Now, if you load back into your game, you will see that the traded Pokemon should be in your party. And now you can close the TGB Dual emulator. Now, once we're done trading, create a backup of these two save files, just in case anything goes wrong. So for me, I'm just going to create a copy on my desktop. And now, you have to open one of these save files in a different GBA emulator, like Visual Boy Advance. But first, I'm going to copy my save file back into my ROMs folder. And now, you can open it in Visual Boy Advance. I'm going to go to File, open Game Boy, and open your game. And you will get this error message. Battery file size is incompatible. So we're just gonna go ahead and press OK. Load into the game. Just ignore the errors. And now we're gonna go back to File, Save State, and select Save State 1. Now, locate that corrupt save file, which is the one we just copied here, and we're going to right click and we're going to delete it. And so now, go to Emulation, and reset the emulator, then go to File, Load State, number 1. And now we're going to try saving. So it gives us an error. So now we're going to close the emulator and reopen it. We're going to go to File, Open Game Boy, open your game and load into the title screen here. And don't worry if your game is not there, because we're going to go to File and we're going to load the save state again. It's now going to save. As we can see, there is no error message now. For the player 2 save file, you can just right click, rename it to .save instead of .sa2. Hit enter, press yes to change it, and you can follow the same steps I mentioned previously. So copy this back here, open it in Visual Boy Advance, ignore the errors, go to File, Save State, delete the save file, reset the emulator, load into the save state, close the emulator, reopen it, trading Pokemon between Generation 2 games works the exact same as Generation 1 games. The only difference being that within the Pokemon Center, you must go upstairs and talk to the NPC all the way to the left. You also must give the Mystery Egg to Professor Elm before being able to trade. Fixing the save file with Generation 2 games is more straightforward. After trading with the TGB Dual emulator, the Visual Boy Advance emulator will not open your save file at first. So instead, you have to open your save file in MGBA. Now, you can save your game. Then, you can open it using Visual Boy Advance. For the Player 2 save file, you can simply just rename it to .sav and follow the exact same steps as before. To trade a Pokemon from a Generation 1 game to a Generation 2 game, you must meet the following requirements. You cannot have any Generation 2 Pokemon or eggs in your party. Same with new moves introduced in Gen 2. There is a move deleter in Blackthorn City if you need to delete moves before trading. Your Pokemon cannot be holding any mail or held items. Once those requirements are met, make sure you talk to Bill in Goldenrod City. He can be found in this house. After doing that, you have to wait 24 hours in the game's internal clock before being able to use the time capsule. After waiting 24 hours, the time capsule should be ready. But first, you must copy your save files to the save folder within the TGB Dual folder. Once they're done copying, rename one of the files to .sa2. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Now open TGB Dual emulator. Go to File, GBA1 Load, and open the game that you did not rename the save file for. go to File again, and this time select GBA to load, and now open the game which you did change the save file name for. In the Generation 2 game, go to any Pokemon Center, and upstairs, and talk to the NPC located to the far right. While on your Generation 1 game, go to a Pokemon Center, and talk to the NPC all the way to the right on the first floor. Say yes to saving your game for both of the different players. Once you're in the Trade Center, make sure both players are facing each other. Just like this. Press A. And now you can select which Pokemon that you would like to trade. So I'm going to select Eevee and Onix. Once you're done trading, select Cancel on both the games. And for your Generation 2 game, you can simply walk out. And for your Generation 1 game, hit Start and select Reset. And now you can save your game if you'd like. Once you're done saving, simply just close the emulator. Fixing your save files works the exact same way as before. Go to these timestamps shown on screen to see how to fix your save file depending on which generation game it is. Thanks for watching. I want to thank Bulbapedia for the information about trading requirements. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Till next time.